So, we've all seen this man. Bryson Dechambeau. And his body transformation. From this to this. But here at ASSL, we thought, how can we follow in his footsteps? And really, there was only one man for the job. I'm going to be undertaking a body transformation. Yep, you heard it right. Don't know whether I'm excited, scared, nervous, horny, who knows. I've always been a skinny guy, except when I was a baby. I was an absolute fatso. And I thought to myself, it's lockdown, there's no better time for it. So what is the challenge? Well, I'm trying to recreate exactly what Bryson Dechambeau has done, Limp Wrist style. We're going for Bryson Dechambeau's. The goals are as follows. Increase my body weight by 10 kilograms. Increase my club head speed by 10 mile an hour. And increase my carry distance by 15 yards. Now, I know what you're thinking.
Scott, you're going to be unplayable out there for Azzy on the course.
And I know, that is the aim of this entire thing. You may have seen the weekly updates of this challenge already by the time this video comes out. And you're thinking,
where can I see that?
That's right, you could check it out on our TikTok and our Instagram. So get both of those followed right this second. And you're probably wondering as well, are you going to be doing all this yourself? Are you going to be doing all your nutrition, all your fitness? Absolutely not. We've brought in someone to help us out. Joe Macro Golf.
So a little bit about myself. My name's Joe. You can find me on Instagram as Joe Macro Golf. And basically, I'm just trying to help amateur golfers improve their golf game through kind of fitness work, mobility work, and then kind of improving their ability of their body to get themselves into all the positions they need to get to and avoid any pain, discomfort, injuries throughout their journey.
So Joe very kindly put a fitness plan together for me. It consisted of 3 sessions. Session A, an upper body workout using a pull-up bar and dumbbells. Session B, a lower body workout using body weight and dumbbells. And Session C, abs using body weight only. Joe also put together a mobility plan for me to reduce the risk of injury during this challenge. Head over to his Instagram at Joe Macro Golf and he will satisfy all your golf and fitness needs. So the fitness was covered by Joe. The final thing to cover was the nutrition. To meet my goals, I was going to have to eat, and I was going to have to eat a lot. 4,000 calories to be exact. So in my weekly shop, I'd get things like chicken, salmon and mince, all high in protein and keep me going throughout the day. Pack in some more fruit and veg like bananas, onions, carrots, peppers and apples, and that would add bulk to the meal. I'd also have my carbs, rice, noodles, pasta and a little bit of garlic bread to keep me going. And finally, all the other additions, things like milk, peanut butter and sauces. And don't forget the protein and ultra fine oats as well. The challenge is now just 1 day away. If we want to measure the progress, we need to know where we are right now. The first thing I need to do is get on the scales. So as you can see, I was a very skinny boy. More meat on a butcher's pencil. So I stepped on the scales and I weighed in at 71.6 kg. 15% body fat, and the most important thing of all, that's right, my body age is 21, I am 25 years old, looking young, feeling young. So after coming to terms with the fact I was one skinny boy, we headed outside, set up the launch monitor and gave it a few swings, coming in at 91 mile an hour, a lot of room for improvement. So now we've got the club head speed, let's head to the range and I'll just show you exactly what my yardages are. So down I went to Bishop Briggs, stick arms ready to hit some dirty bombs. And as you can see on the screen, my yardages were not anything to write home about. Part of my thinking was, if I'm adding 15 yards to all of these yardages, that gives me a huge advantage on the course. People are going to be afraid of Limp Wrist back on the course, as he will not know what's hit him. Big stick better watch out too. And just look at that driver and think, oh, imagine that smashed past the Bears ball. The range was the last thing to do, so with that, it was time to begin. We got up on the first day of week 1 with a hope and a dream. The weather did not suit me, but it did not matter. We had to get on with it, and I started off with the exercises, which in week 1 I didn't find too bad. We did some legs, we did some arms, and we did some abs. I also got right into the swing speed training, using the super speed sticks that I was sent by Super Speed. The toughest thing in week 1 was adjusting to the food. I had to change my diet so much, from normally eating 2,500 to going straight up to 4,000. But at the end of week 1 we'd made great progress. 0.8 kilograms up and 4 mile an hour added to the club head speed. Into week 2 and we continued with the training. Alexa, I cannot feel my arms. And the club head speed training. That is going to be a graft for the next 12 weeks. I was still struggling with the food. Honestly, I don't think I've ever been this full in my life. To make things easy for myself, I had a very similar diet every day. I'd have a protein shake in the morning, I'd have chicken and rice at lunch, I'd have a protein shake once I'd finished my workout, I'd then have one of 6 main meals, and then I'd have a protein shake before I went to bed. Again, good progress in week 2, 0.7 kilograms added and 1 mile an hour added to the club head speed. Into week 3, things were ramping up at work, working late, tired boy, and it meant for very dark training. I stuck with it though, and I was still very happy with that aspect. Oh, it is absolutely Baltic. But as you can see here, mentally, I was pretty drained already. I'm slowly but surely being killed by this routine. If I wasn't doing this on the camera right now, I would have quit. Despite it being a tough week, it was still a good one. 0.7 kilograms gained, but no change to the club head speed. Week 4, I was getting more and more into it, and it was just becoming part of my normal routine. Again, I continued doing my exercises, and I continued doing my club head speed training. The food was actually easing up so much that I'd treat myself to a takeaway. And unfortunately, this skewed the readings the next day. I gained 1.4 kilograms in week, and 2 mile an hour on the club head speed training. Week 5 started, and now we're a month into the project. By this point, I'd invested in resistance bands for the pull-ups so that I could do more. This gave me the boost I needed, and I felt I was really making progress here. At this point, I was starting to get back out on the course, and I was noticing some differences. We're on the course at Codder Golf Club. I've been hitting big, high, dirty bombs, and so were my mates.
Far too big, far too dirty.
Due to that takeaway at week 4, the week 5 numbers were skewed as well. I lost 0.4 kilograms that week, but I did make a massive breakthrough with the swing speed training, and I gained 9 mile an hour. Going into week 6, it was the last one before I spoke to Joe again, and I continued pressing on with my swing speed training and my exercises. The eating was now coming naturally to me, and I had a good week to end the midway point. 0.5 kilograms gained, but no change to the club head speed. That meant at the halfway point, we'd added 3.7 kilograms and 60 mile an hour of club head speed. So at that point, it was time to catch up with Joe. And I've got a very bad feeling that I'm away to get absolutely brutalised for the next 6 weeks.
Congratulations for such good progress. I know it's not been easy. Good news is the eating isn't going to change. The bad news is the training is going to get harder.
There's not much more to say apart from the fact that I'm going to be feeling terrible for the next 5 to 6 weeks. Well, thanks very much again, Joe. So as you heard from Joe there, the training was about to change. All we were going to do was similar exercises, but with more intensity. Joe wanted me to get a bit more explosive. That was what was going to get me these extra yards. In we went to week 7, but again, I did well with the food and also kept these new exercises going. Another 0.2 kilograms added, but no change to the swing speed. In we went to week 8, and it was at this point that I had to buy new clothes for work. I feel a little bit porky, I won't lie. I'm putting on the fat. I was feeling stronger, I was hitting the ball much further. Another 0.4 kilograms added, but still no change to the club head speed. 2 months in at this point, and I could feel the end was in sight. I was looking forward to getting there, but we still had 4 weeks of work to do. So week 9 came along, and we continued to smash that club head speed training. The new exercises were going well, and the food was also going well. I was in the zone with it. I did miss a couple of meals because of work running late, but overall still gained 0.5 kilograms of body weight. 3 weeks to go. Very happy with the results on the course. I was just learning how to control that extra power. Again, continued with the food. Made sure I was getting a wee bit more variety than I did at the start, keep myself interested. And that was another 0.4 kilograms of body weight and 1 mile an hour on the swing speed. So in we went to week 11, and I'm not going to lie to you, this was probably my worst week of the 12. I had a lot of work on that week, I missed multiple meals, and I didn't get as much exercising done. I look back on that week with a little bit of regret because I lost 0.6 kilograms, but I didn't lose any club head speed, so that wasn't too bad. Heading into the final week, I was very excited to be coming to the end of this. It was a tough 12-week programme, and I finished it off well, continued eating all the way to the end, continued the exercises, and continued the club head speed training. But I suppose it's got to that point in the video where you want the final results. And here we are, folks, the end of week 12. Honestly, can't believe I've actually made it this far. It's emotional, I'm broken, I'm full of hair, also looking a bit on the plumper side. We've managed to put on 4.5 kilograms, which takes us up to 76 kilograms on the dot. Delighted with that. The most important thing is the club head speed. What's the difference? And the difference, I can tell you, is 17 miles an hour, which is going to equate to around 30 yards carry. It's an absolute noticeable difference on the course, with the driver especially. Yeah, just delighted with what's happened with that. Overall, I'm actually happy with how I look as well. I definitely recommend you doing this at home. Building up muscle, increasing your club head speed, increasing your distance. Could not recommend it highly enough. What I would say though is it has been tough in places. You've seen there from the 12 weeks of footage, there were points where I was struggling, I thought it was difficult fitting it in, especially with a full-time job, eating that amount, going to bed, feeling sick from how much you've eaten. It was not easy, but it was completely worth it. We're just going to jump on a call now with the man who's behind the nutrition and fitness plans, Joe Macro Golf, and tell him the great news. So guys, we're back here with Joe. I've just told him the results.
Mate, I think you've done fantastically well. I think people know how hard it is to stick to diets when they try and do a diet. It's as hard to stick to something like what you've done, which is to pretty much force food down your throat, right? The training, you've been really consistent getting that done as well. And the gain that you're getting in your carry now across the driver is just scary.
I want to just say, yeah, could not have done it without you, so I can't thank you enough.
If people want to do something similar, which is very popular at the moment, which is trying to add speed to the swing, trying to become more powerful, more athletic in the golf that they're doing, then for sure reach out to me. If you want to reach out on Instagram, Joe_Macro_Golf, or on YouTube as well as Joe Macro Golf. Or if you're going in the other way and you kind of are carrying a bit of extra weight that you don't want to carry and you feel like being able to slim down might actually be able to help your golf. Whatever your goal is, we'll be able to help you get there.
Could not recommend it enough, guys, so do go and give Joe a follow and get in touch with him as well. So as you've seen there, Joe's delighted. I want to say thank you if you've got this far in the video. Make sure that you like the video, subscribe and hit the notification bell, because this was a challenge with a capital C. Let us know your thoughts on this video down in the comments. Let us know if it's something you want to get involved in, if it's something you're going to look at yourself. I'm sure you're all delighted to hear this as well. Next week, Azzy and Scott return on the same golf course. Azzy versus Scott season 2, and we cannot wait to get it kicked off. It's been a long break, but we are back, and we are coming back with a bang. Let us know where you want us to play. Thanks very much for watching, guys. We will see you next week.